back again for another thriller, you understand? Check it out. You gonna like my channel because you like me. Subscribe because you like me. Okay? Comment because you like me. Okay? You understand? What we got going on today is we talking about a little LeBron James. Y'all heard LeBron's comments talking about, oh, he the GOAT now because of the 2016 championship win against the Golden State Warriors, 73-19. Well, let's check out this first take is see what Stephen A. Smith got to say about this. You feel me? That man.
What is your reaction to that, Stephen?
I can appreciate his emotion, and I respect it because he means so much to the game of basketball with what he's done. You know, when you sit up here and you're critical of LeBron James, you got a lot of LeBron lovers out there that just don't get it. We recognize that LeBron James belongs in the Mount Rushmore of basketball. That LeBron James.
Do you recognize that, Stephen A. Smith? Well, let me tell you something. LeBron is a top 3 player right now. When it's all said and done, he's going to be the best player to ever play the game of basketball. Okay? All I need is 5 championship rings. You heard it here first. That man Dooley. Continue.
He's one of the greatest players to have ever lived. And the thing that I applaud most about him is 2 things. Number one is that this man was on a cover of Sports Illustrated from the time he was 17 years of age. And the only trouble he has ever gotten in was the quote-unquote decision. I mean, he is as close to perfection of a superstar as it gets in terms of being a role model, an inspiration, and what he deserves credit for. All of those things are true. But having said all of that, I respectfully disagree. I don't ever want to hear anybody tell me that he is number 1 over Michael Jordan. I don't want to hear it. I'm not listening to it. I pay no attention to it. I will give him no consideration because
Of course you don't want to hear it. Look at your hairline receding, okay? Of course an old man, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, Stephen, okay? It's the new era. It's King James era. We don't know you, Mike, all right? Nah, we know you, Mike, but it's all about James. You understand? That man.
I'm not just talking about your versatility. I'm talking about what you were in key, pivotal moments, big time. What you matured into, Jordan was that from the moment he arrived. You had to grow into that. You know, and there was a lot of hiccups along the way that you encountered because of you. Not because of somebody else. Not because of a teammate. You. And he's not Michael Jordan. He's never been Michael Jordan. And to me, he never will be Michael Jordan. You can debate 2 or 3 with him and Kareem. You can debate Bill Russell and throw people like that in there if you want to. I'm looking at his all-around versatility, Max, and there is no question to me that he belongs in the Mount Rushmore. I'm just not hearing, I'm not listening to. I will completely ignore, and on my radio show, just so you know, because I don't mind. See, everybody want to. You
What's
work
that, the Stephen A. Smith show?
You work, Stephen A. Smith show,
when can that be heard?
ESPN Radio Nationwide, 250 plus markets across the country. But Max is interested. You got people on the radio show because we work for Walt Disney and they're popular. You know, no, I will hang up on your behind. I'm not listening to certain stuff. And telling me that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan was is to me sacrilegious, and I'm not trying to hear it.
The word GOAT to begin with, the greatest of all time, where does that come from? Muhammad Ali.
Hold on, Max, before you begin your ramble, okay? When we talk about the 3-1 series, let's just be honest. That was the best individual series by a player ever. He led all players in all categories, okay? He grabbed more boards than anybody. Dished out more assists, scored more points, had more steals and blocks. That was the best individual series we've ever seen by a single player, and we probably will never see a better series from one single player. So everybody likes to talk about Kyrie shot. Kyrie shot this, Kyrie shot that. The man led all players in all categories. Okay? Hold on, let me get the head nod. Okay? Back to the footage, man. This that man.
who essentially coined the phrase, calling himself the greatest of all times, right? That's Ali.
I must be the greatest.
I must be. He is the greatest of all time, and then
Right.
GOAT became a thing, way after the fact. Now, it's interesting because in LeBron and Michael Jordan, I see a lot of Muhammad Ali versus Sugar Ray Robinson. Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. People like me when I was a kid thought that's the greatest fighter of all time, and old timers would tell me, Sugar Ray Robinson. And as I got older and learned more, I realized, yeah, they were right. The greatest of all time was Sugar Ray Robinson. The argument that Ali has is twofold. One, in the arena, he had to slay the monster. He was an 8-1, 10-1 underdog against Sonny Liston. He was a 5-1 against George Foreman, and both times he slayed the monster that Sugar Ray Robinson never had to slay. But that's because Sugar Ray Robinson was the monster. Yes, LeBron did something Jordan never had to do, went in and beat a 73-win team on the road, by the way, and of all places at the free throw line, he ices the game. So he knows he did something Jordan never had to do. But that's because Jordan was the Golden State Warriors. The team, it's not like LeBron didn't have a chance to play with a lot of great teammates. He made teams, including with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and company, including with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love and company. So he had a lot of talent around him, and yet his team wasn't always Godzilla, right? But Michael Jordan's teams were, because they had Michael Jordan, and it's unfair to hold against
What does that
Jordan.
say about the era we play in today? Okay? Honestly, you could say Jordan was the dragon to be slayed. But there's also a question on the teams he faced in the finals. Now, I can argue with any of y'all. LeBron faced better teams in the NBA finals, okay? This era, LeBron has way more competition than Jordan's championship era. So I don't mean 84 to 90 when Jordan first got in the league. I mean 90 to 98, okay? There was no competition in the league versus what LeBron's facing in the NBA championship. I dare any of you to go back, think about the teams Michael faced in the finals versus the teams LeBron has faced in the finals. I dare you to tell me that those teams Michael faced were better than the teams LeBron is facing. Shall I continue? Dooley?
Fair to hold against Jordan the fact that he was so great that no team was better than him. Look, when he came back for the second three-peat, he had to beat first a 60-win Orlando Magic team that had Shaq and Penny and company that had just gone to
Nick
the finals
Anderson,
the year
Dennis
before.
Scott, the whole crew, yeah.
That's right. And swept those guys, swept them, and then went and beat a 64-win team in the finals.
Rodman, though. Yep.
Right. Oh, sure, but then went and beat a 64-win team in the finals. It's not like he didn't do incredible things. So that's one thing. Jordan it shouldn't count against him that he was better than LeBron, and so were his teams, and therefore, because they had him, and therefore he couldn't overcome odds the way that LeBron did. Two, and this is where LeBron has a case here. If you include in greatness your legacy in terms of the impact you make on people's lives off the field of play, LeBron James has shown something that there was a false dichotomy in the past. There was Ali, who was a voice for social consciousness and made sacrifices to make change. Not that LeBron has made those kind of sacrifices. And then there was Jordan, who was seen as more of a corporate sellout, but as you've pointed out, and many has, he's done a lot of charitable work, but he kept it quiet.
Please, Mike ain't done shit. All right? You got Bron speaking against Trump, speaking on the racial injustices going on in today's society. And you want to tell me Mike's done some things off the court? Oh, please. Please. That man.
Because he didn't want to offend corporate sponsors and such and make too much noise about it. And it was kind of seen as an either or. Are you going to be like Ali or are you going to be like Jordan? And LeBron has shown you can do both. You can have enormous corporate success and be a voice for the voiceless. And in that sense, he has created a large and great legacy.
Yeah, but I will say to you in response to that, whereas I don't disagree with you, I think that LeBron, believe it or not, and I don't know if anybody's ever said this, some of the things that he does, he owes in large part to Jordan, setting the stage for him being able to do it. Not by just elevating the brand that is the NBA into a global entity the way that Michael Jordan helped pull it off, but also some of the things that LeBron does in the community and what have you. You got to remember, you still have people, despite the times that we're living in, want you to shut up and dribble, want you to keep your mouth shut, don't want you to be outspoken, don't want you to do a lot of things. Well, think about the era that that precedes those things, the obstacles that a lot of guys have had to go through. You had people before Michael Jordan, the Jim Browns of the world and others during the civil rights days. They took that position because the racism and the bigotry and everything else was so overt. But then Magic and Bird made it more comfortable and helped the iconic brand that is the NBA grow even more so. And then Jordan came in and took it to another level. And then Kobe and them arrived. And then LeBron. So what I'm saying is, had it not been for those periods, LeBron might not have been able to do what we're seeing him do right now. He deserves all the credit in the world for doing what he does. Make no mistake.
You always trying to go and say Jordan did something better than LeBron. Let's be honest. Magic, Bird, even Isaiah, a few other players from that era spoke up when it comes to big-time issues. I don't remember Michael Jordan taking it seriously. Michael Jordan is arguably the #1 athlete in the African-American community. And as far as I'm concerned, he ain't spoke up about a damn thing. And you can quote me on that. Okay? And when I say speak up, I mean to the magnitude of the world. Not a couple phrases here and there. Okay? So, off the court, don't you compare Jordan to LeBron. There's no comparison off the court. On the court, Mike has a few more wins than LeBron has. Boo-hoo, LeBron needs 2 more championships, and he's the best to ever do it. This that man Dooley coming at you again. Subscribe, like, comment, tell me how you feel, man. That man.